Hi, everyone. Welcome to Live Chat Tuesday, number 50. Wow, number 50. I can't believe it. I've done 50 Tuesday lives
That's
with
awesome.
my monthly co-host, Miss Kayleena of My Own Utopia.
Hello, my beautiful people. How is everyone?
Yes, how is everyone?
Mhm.
How are you?
I am busy and happy because it is Easter week. So we actually take the whole entire week of Easter and we do arts and crafts, we do activities, we paint the eggs, we do like everything, and we get prepped and ready for Easter. And then we make Easter Day itself like a full day event.
Aw, sounds great. I hope y'all have lots of fun.
Thank you. How about you, sweetheart? How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Um, I've been knitting on something and it seems to be slow going, but I didn't get any knitting done at all yesterday.
Oh,
None. No crafting. Um,
I understand
but
that.
yeah. We have Sweet Pea Sid's Inspirations and Kay's Crochet Haven. Welcome in.
Hi, you two. How are y'all?
I just realized that Sid says all K names Kay, Crystal, Kayleena.
That's awesome. Oh, that is fabulous.
My mom
Yes.
goes, we're going to have a K day.
Yeah, let's just call it K3, not do it the other way.
Um, First of all, I want to welcome everyone that is watching on replay. I hope y'all have a wonderful time. Today, we are going to be doing movie trivia on Interview with the Vampire. The Vampire. Um, and if you're here live, thank you so much for joining in. We also have Queen Mama, which is Anita. Hi, Anita.
Hi, sweetie.
And um, if you're watching on replay, please leave us a comment and let us know what
Mhm.
you're working on, and feel free to chime in about the movie. All right. So Sid says, I'm the oddball.
Can I join?
Uh-huh. Well, you're not the oddball anymore. We got Queen Mama Anita. Hers is an A. So, yep, P.
Perfect.
Three K's, an A, a C, and a P.
Oh, you're
I
talking
did
about the names.
see.
Oh, yes.
Do what?
I, I just clicked in. Here, I was thinking personality. Being oddball.
Yeah. So, what is everyone working on?
I am trying everything I can to get this vest done. I can say that much for my boys for Easter, but his slow going has gotten to that boring stage. And
Mm-hmm.
then I just pulled up trying to do a dishcloth for Easter.
Aw,
So trying to get me out of that boring stage. You
yeah.
didn't show us what you were working on. You said that you were knitting on something, but it's slow going.
Yeah, it's, I got to remember the name real quick. Begonia Swirl Shawl. It's
Oh,
Carfeld Field Ma is the creator. It's a free pattern on Ravelry.
do you have it beside you so we can see?
I'm using the Amazing Lace by Lion Brand.
Oh, wow. Solo, please, please. Oh, that is absolutely gorgeous.
I do love the way it looks. It looks like it's a circular shawl, but it's actually asymmetrical.
Oh, that is absolutely gorgeous. Oh, sweetheart, you got so much talent.
Now, this side just kind of tapers down, but
Mm-hmm.
the other side actually is squared off, kind of.
Oh, that's going to
So
be perfect.
it is a very easy repeat, but I'm just worried about the border when I get to it.
Why? What
Um,
does the border look like?
let me see if I can bring up a picture of it.
Mm-hmm.
I do have it saved. Um, and see, the knitted shawl made, it had the same border, which I did not know this when I picked out the two patterns. And I started looking at the picture, and I just got done with the Harani shawl. And I'm like, that's the same border I just did. All right, so
So
I
was it
got it
difficult
loaded,
when
and
you
let
did it?
me.
Was
I
it
messed
difficult when you
up
did it
at a
last
couple
time?
of places, and it wasn't able to understand. I messed up in the pattern, and so it made everything offset. That's that's the downside. So, hi Jason, welcome in. I don't know if y'all can see this yet.
No. Oh, it's switching. Oh, that is absolutely gorgeous. Oh, wow.
Let me see if I can make it bigger.
Is it a free pattern or a paid pattern?
It's free.
Oh, it's free.
Now, I do say a few things about this pattern. Um, yes. The pattern itself, see the little flowers that, not flowers, but the leaves that are on the edges? That's the same design that was on the last shawl I knitted.
Shh. Okay.
Now, this pattern is free, but what I have noticed with the pattern itself is it only has a stitch count one time, and that's after you do the repeats of the setup rows and then rows 1 through 62. It gives you a stitch count, but it don't give you a stitch count any other time. Then the other thing, it says when you're doing the setup rows, it says knit until you have 88 garter ridges. I had to go back and figure out how many actual rows to do, which is 176. And you're knitting
Oh,
3 stitches, 2 rows per garter ridge. And I did not know that. So at first I thought 88 rows. No, it's times 2. But there is no picture on the pattern either. So if somebody just downloads it and there's no picture, they don't know what pattern they're doing if they don't have the picture to go with it. So, I mean, but other than that, the pattern is spot on.
oh wow.
Now, it tells you after you get to row 12, it says nothing about the repeats. But on Ravelry, it gives the little example of rows like 13 to 20, but you have to repeat that until row 62. I actually went and typed up the rows 13 through 62.
I wonder if there's a way that you can contact her, him, her, it,
Yeah.
and ask if, hey, I just noticed I'm doing your pattern. These are the things I've noticed. You might want to reconsider. Dot 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 dot. Probably
Well,
somebody has never even sat down and said anything about it.
yeah, that is true. But I did see that it may not originally been done in English. Somebody may have typed it up for her because it's in 8 other language plus English, so 9 languages
Oh,
total. So
wow.
whoever may have typed it up, that's where the difference came in, is what I'm thinking.
Oh, okay. That's a lot. 9 languages? Wow.
Yeah.
And yet it's free.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful pattern, but
Yeah, it is. Oh my God.
let's see what a couple of people said. I see Kay said something about, I commissioned my friend to make me that. She knits way better than me since I'm still learning. Yeah, it's a beautiful pattern. My chat won't load. Okay, there it
I don't
goes.
know if it's me keeps going in and out or if it's you, but I keep hearing glitches, so I'm not trying to interrupt. I do apologize.
It might be my internet.
I thought you had that
It
fixed.
was raining earlier.
Hmm. Let me lift it.
Anita
I'm gonna
says,
open
I'm
up the lid.
designing a Raggedy Ann Afghan for Mother's Day. Sid says, that's awesome, Kay. I'm working on a study of texture blanket and been spinning some yarn this week. It's awesome you're learning how to spin yarn. I have a drop spindle myself.
Oh, really?
hmm Anita says, I love that border. I do too. I'm going to have to put in a lifeline before I get there and make sure I don't mess up.
Oh, thank you, Kay.
Anita says, I saw it in another one of your videos. The border is gorgeous. It sure is.
Well, now I know if I make it, I'll go to you and I'll ask you for help.
Yeah, if you do download it, let me know and I'll send you the repeats. Or it's
Okay.
not really the repeats; it's the portions she don't include in the pattern, and she don't
Mm-hmm.
even describe saying add this, or like as an example, each knit row, the last knit row is something kind of like, I'm not going to actually state the pattern, but it says yarn over knit one, yarn over knit one, yarn over knit one, and then knit 8.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the next knit row would be yarn over knit one, yarn over knit one, yarn over knit one, knit 8 plus 1 is her example. And then the next
Oh,
one would be 8 plus 2. So that's 8, 9, 10 for the next row. And then after that would be 11. And she don't specify anything like that in detail, telling you how to do 13 through 62. So I had to go back to a Ravelry and look at her example to figure out what she was meaning.
wonder what was the original language.
I don't know.
Probably where all the information would be at, all the detailing and everything.
Maybe.
Kay, are
Yeah.
you commissioning me? I just thought about it. I was like, she sent the pattern to me. So I'm wondering, is she commissioning me? Oh, but yeah, I'll look back and I'll look at it myself because it is absolutely gorgeous. No, okay, good. Whew.
Anita goes, Crystal, English, please.
Well, how many in the chat here knows how to knit and how many does knit and crochet or just crochet?
Yeah, let us know.
Because that is, I know there's a lot. It's a language on its own. Crochet is a language on its own, and so is knitting.
Once you actually know the abbreviations of what they're saying, like the pattern actually states,
Mm-hmm.
like SC is single crochet, and then like for knitting, just a K means knit. A P, like a P20 means purl 20, or a K20 means knit 20. It's once you actually know the abbreviations, it's a little easier to fill in what the pattern says. Because when I first learned crochet and I looked at a knit pattern, I'm like, what the heck is this?
You know, the funny thing is, I can read a knitted pattern so much easier than I can a crochet.
Yeah.
Yep, I know some of those words. Yeah, crochet is more difficult because you're not making something that's 1D, 2D. You're actually going into 3, 4D for
Hmm.
crochet. So that's why I find it so difficult. And I want to apologize now. I have two puppies, and I'm probably going to have to mute myself to like kind of yell at them. Just crocheting here, knitted looks
Intimidating.
intimidating. Thank you. I say to each their own. Each
Yeah,
brain is different.
yeah, that is true. But I do say the very first knitted shawl I ever did was Expression Fiber Arts, and it was acophilia or acliphia, however you pronounce it. I don't know. I was very, very intimidated, Anita, by that pattern. And I said, I really want to sew knit this because I loved the design on it. The open work, the yarn overs, it made it so elegant, so beautiful. I didn't do that pattern justice at all, but I wanted to try. And I was very intimidated. And Sabrina Melodeuce and Gina of Knitting Turnpike are the ones that talked me into it.
Oh my God.
They
Genius
said,
work.
you just got to jump in and try it.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. And I absolutely love lace work knitting now. It is my favorite thing to crochet. I'm not very good at it. This is only my third knit shawl.
Now, are
That's
you doing the Japanese or just lace?
just I don't know what the difference is. Really,
More intermediate?
it probably is more. I would think the border is more intermediate. I know the Expression Fiber Arts pattern was an intermediate level.
Mm-hmm.
And I was able to do that one, but I did mess up quite a bit. But it was my first, of course.
Oh, sweetheart, with you just starting and yet you're doing that and you're getting as good as you are as quickly, shoot. Good job. If I
Well,
could, I would
thank you.
raise my hands up and clap. But yeah.
And I was talking to Connie. I said, practice makes perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I make mistakes, but the only way for me to learn and do better is if I just keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So we have Lisa the Grammy scattered. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, sweetness.
Sid says knitting was a lot harder to learn for me.
Mm-hmm.
I had to start with bigger yarn when I first started knitting. I tried doing like a 3-weight yarn and small needles, and I couldn't see the stitches very well. So I went up to like a 5-weight and started doing hats flat, and I was able to get the concept. One thing I'm still not good at doing is using double pointed needles.
Oh, DPNs.
Yeah.
Um, so with me, don't you get started or I'll throw you outside. With me, I knitted like way back when I was a kid, but yet I was never able to be taught properly all the stitches, all the ways of holding. Now, going like I taught myself how to crochet, I'm really good at it. I consider myself kind of intermediate, except for reading patterns. I have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Now I can go back and have the knowledge and have so many awesome individuals in the Yarny community that's able to help. I
Mm-hmm.
learn things now that makes it so much easier for me to be able to learn that I couldn't learn way back then.
Yeah.
So I still find crochet easier than I do knitted, but the time lapse and the information and the processing makes things a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't. Okay, so one trick I did not know this.
Mm-hmm.
So I was knitting a hat, and I knit continental.
Mm-hmm.
And so usually I take my needle and I go in this way. Well, I was having a difficult time taking my needle and going in this way when I was
Mm-hmm.
doing my knit and pearls. Come to find out, oh no, I was going through the back loop. If I would have reversed it, I was able to get through it a lot easier. And then when I would have went through the straight up knit, all I have to do is go
Mhm.
into that back loop and it straightens it up and it doesn't twist the stitches.
So when you knit, do you go down like that in the back,
I don't go
or do
down.
you go
I
up?
always go up.
Okay. My
So,
grandmother does where she purls in the front going down, but then she knits in the back and she wraps her yarn different directions and it
oh,
comes out just the same. It's
really?
actually, I think, a Russian style of knitting.
No, I don't know any Russians. I taught myself.
It's her style. That's what it is. It's her style.
Yeah. Well, when I found
Did you
it,
hear what I said?
it's called grandma's style of knitting. That's what I had found a while back.
That's because grandmas have to teach theirself
Yes.
before they're grandma.
Hmm. My cuteness just got up. Let me get him his device.
Okay. Um, blah, blah. Anita says Gina is very sweet, but buying the needles was as far as I got. Yeah, I can understand that. If you start with like a simple knit beanie, I bet you could do it because all it is knitting flat.
See,
Lisa
I
the
don't.
hello to Grandma.
Thank you.
So thank you. Hello. Hi Trudy, welcome in. How are you?
Gardener, stay gardener. Hi, Joe.
Hey Joe.
See, I don't
And we
think
also
a
have
hat should be.
Finn Passamaquoddy.
See, I don't think a hat should be first on the list, in my opinion. Ooh, I'm
Or a
starting to.
scarf. Or just something flat. Oh, Trudy says, I heard your grandmother as I came in, and I also knit that way.
Well, yay.
Oh,
Learn from a Russian. I had to teach myself. And
see,
we didn't have video.
see, yeah. See, that's how my mom learned. Was she actually learned from other individuals, and she learned from books, and so did my
Yeah.
aunt. And yet, I find it so difficult.
I see somebody. Oh, Zara. I was like, I saw somebody say hi, Zara, but I hadn't seen her name. Hi, Zara. How are you? Welcome in. She's feisty.
Oh, yes. But we need those type of women in our lives. They keep us straight, and it's awesome.
Yep.
Makes me really miss my meemaw so bad, especially around Easter time.
Which is the one that says she does it
too much.
does it the way I do from the back.
Trudy.
Hey Trudy, did you learn and teach yourself in the days when we did not have computers or videos or any of that stuff? You just had to teach yourself, and if you were lucky, you had a book or magazine, something like that.
It's a trial and error.
And nobody in either side of my family knitted, and I wanted to do it, so I did. So there you go.
Well, that's like my whole husband's side of the family. Nobody knits, nobody crochets or nothing. I'm the only one.
She says, yes, I'm 63.
So she learned that way too. You see?
Didn't when you started crocheting, didn't you start just looking at the picture and doing it, trying to do it?
Yes. Crochet. That's the way my grandmother crocheted. but she said she could not teach me, and she would not teach me. She let me watch her, but I was very young, before school. But now I figured out she couldn't read the pattern. She only looked at the picture, and that's how she crocheted. And it looked just like the book, but she couldn't do it, and she couldn't teach me. But I always had that love for it, and I've been crocheting since I started when I was 8, and I'm 74. So do the math. And so there you go. So there you go.
Amazing.
That I'm 74, that I did it.
That the fact that you were able to figure it out at such a young age and yet keep going through so many years and through so many trials and everything and raising children and all of that. It's amazing.
Well, you do what you got to do, honey.
Always.
But hey, crocheting, I started at 8. And this is funny. I started at 8, and kind of a mama symbol person figure taught me how to chain, and she gave me a hook and a ball, and I learned how to chain at 8 years old. But nobody until I was 17 showed me how to hook them together, and I truly tried every way in the world. Couldn't do it. But that thread was so fine and worn out and threadbare and frayed, but I kept using it. And my first project, I still used that thread because you couldn't afford to buy anymore. And then when you get through with that project, you rip it out and you use it again because you couldn't afford to buy anymore, right? That lady that's 63 knows what I'm talking about. She knows what I'm talking about.
I go up to Goodwill and I'll actually buy the sweaters and strip them out and reuse the yarn.
You see? Wash it first, though, please. Thank you.
Yes,
I'm trying to show you
What?
something. Look at what Joe said.
What did Joe say?
Right next to the cursor.
Well, honey, I am, but thank you, Joe.
Knitting Purple is here. Hi, Paula. Welcome in. How are you? And Trudy says, yes, my mother too. I watched her, but she had pencil grip and I knife, so she holds like I do. And she said, how can I crochet like that?
It hurts. Don't change. It hurts.
Cindy, which is Passamaquoddy, said, I did it that way, but after my stroke, I'm relearning from tutorials. And I think you're doing great.
I crochet
Pencil
this way. And Crystal does like
the knife,
knife thing. But she's got stronger hands. That's why. And I just have older hands. So bye. I'll go.
But she can crochet without even looking at the project. I still have to look down. I mean, she'll glance down every once in a while and she's sitting watching, and I'm like, how can you do that? Just years of practice, I guess. Yeah. Anita says, I'm 51 and my little ones think absolutely nothing was invented yet. When I was little, I told one of them last night, shoes wasn't around when I was little. He says, really?
Yeah, that's what I was like really laughing at.
Yeah, I do think you do a great job, Cindy, because I know my mom can sympathize with you there because she also had to relearn crocheting after her stroke. I think it's the trash man.
Yeah, I'm looking. I don't see him, but
I see it.
I don't see him.
Oh. Well, he's getting back in, I guess.
He's a goner.
Trudy says, I believe you can do anything if you want to. That is so true.
Yes, I wanted to do it, and I kept on going. And I never stopped since I was 17, and I learned how to hook them together.
Trudy also says, I learned myself to sew, Made all my children's clothes. She's a seamstress too. And Sweet Pea has to go. Bye, Sid. Thanks, and I hope you have a great day. We also have Brenda Young. Hi, welcome in. How are you? Yep, somebody must have woke up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Youngest just woke up and I can't get him back down. So I got him in my arms.
It's okay. But she's still there, everyone.
I'm here. I swear I am.
She didn't disappear.
Well,
As Connie would say, the aliens got her. No, the aliens didn't get her.
No, my children did. Those are I got demons doing it. Not aliens, demons. Oh, my goodness. Oh, did I miss Brenda? Hi, sweetie.
Yeah, she just came in.
And what, Sweet Pea just left?
Yes.
So does Sweet Pea have a channel? Because I've never heard of her name.
Yes. Well, actually, she was Cindy M or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Marco, I think. Morocco. I can't remember the last name, but and then she changed her name when she started her channel.
Oh.
I don't think she has very many videos up yet, but she's just starting out.
Oh, so she's new.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, awesome. I wish I had my pen next to me so I can write it. I'm going to just message. Oh, I'm going to message somebody with that name so I can actually go find her.
Trudy says, I even fix my own sewing machines as it is too expensive to take it to someone to fix. Yes. Hi, Sandy. How are you? Welcome in.
Hi. Sweet Pea.
Lisa says, it's a mom thing. I understand. Yep. How are you doing, Sandy?
What's a mom thing?
I'm guessing like teaching yourself and how to crochet and maybe sewing, and really not sure. Kind of just
Being an independent and actually growing on your own instead of, yeah.
maybe.
I always consider that just being at a certain age.
Pastor Bakoti says, we had too many Cindys. That's why I changed my profile name. We would all be in the chat at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I got her off.
Oh, Sandy says, doing great. Just hoping that the predicted tornadoes decide to not touch down tonight. I hope they don't either. I'll be thinking about you and hoping the tornadoes go away.
Yes, please be safe.
Oh, okay. Lisa the Grammy says, taking care of your babies is a mom thing. I had 5 kids.
Oh, yes. But not everybody can be a mom. Everyone can birth, but not everybody can be a mom.
That's true. I'm a mom to 2 cats. That's as far as I go.
You're still a fur mommy. You got some fur babies. You're good.
And I had grandbabies at one time because of Oreo having so many litters. So I do have little fur grandbabies out in the world somewhere.
Aww. Sit there and spoil them half to death. Oh my goodness. I could just see it now.
Brenda says, I also learned from my mom. I also maintain the sewing machines. Well, that's wonderful. Mama knows how to work on some parts of it, but certain things like the computer in it or something, we can't do that.
Oh,
I can order the part, I can fix it. But
Yeah.
if I can't order the part, then I don't.
If she can order the part, she can fix it. But if you're not able to order it, she can't.
see, I have my aunt gave me hers, and I think this thing is give or take 30 some odd years old.
Oh,
Plus, I
wow.
have my Meemaws, and that one is 50 some odd years old,
Wow.
ranging. Mm-hmm. I'm just waiting for me to have a trigger and just go engulf myself and start learning how to.
I do have a sewing machine that Mama got me for Christmas one year, and I won't use it very often because it's needing to be oiled, and I don't want it messing up. So I haven't got a chance to oil it yet because you have to take it apart in different places. And I
Mhm.
have a video bookmark showing how to do it. I just got to do it. But I have used it a couple of times, and I've used hers many times, but I'm not as good as she is. I can sew, but there's just only certain things I can put together. Like I made I put blocks together for a quilt top. I was
Mm.
able to do that. I have the top together, but I've never actually sewn the top, the bottom, and the batting all together yet. So it's still kind of just sitting there pinned together.
Don't worry, you'll get there, sweetheart.
Sandy says if the tornadoes know what's good for them, they'll keep their distance. If they come around, there's a huge chance that Octavia will lasso them and produce even more eggs. That's funny.
That's cute. Oh, that is so cute.
Produce even more what?
Eggs.
Oh,
So
And
Octavia.
Octavia is a stuffed, um, what is it? I can't
Mm,
remember.
I don't. Okay.
Trudy says, I don't sew a lot anymore. When my husband passed away 9 years ago, I had to go and work. Anita says, I had
Mm.
four, now raising four grandkids. Wow.
Hoo, hoo, hoo.
She goes, been there, done that. Trudy says, so true, Kayleena. My adopted son's parents couldn't parent.
Mm. Now, raising the whole grandkids thing, that was one thing I told my husband's mom. I refuse for her to be. I want her to be the grandparent. I want her to spoil my boys and be the loving grandparent and to just sit there and as soon as you get them all riled up, give them back to me. I literally said this word for word, and I still tell her this because I'm not going to be like all the others that's all around us that sits there and just passes them off and oh, it's okay. And then eventually the grandparents raising the children. No, no, no. Hold on, baby.
I thought it was an octopus, but I didn't want to say wrong. But Sandy says, I'll tell you what, that little tart will mate with anything. She's an amigurumi octopus.
Oh, I wasn't doing it towards you, cutie.
Robin's here of Roaming with Rover. Hi, Robin.
Hi. Can you give me 1 second and I can sit this little cute tushy down and I'll be able to pull up my camera.
Okay. Trudy says the best way to oil is use a little bit of oil that you spray on. Okay. Sandy, Octavia is listening. Be careful. Anita says, that's what I wanted. The 8-year-old, though, doesn't even know she's not ours yet. Well, she is, but you get it. Yeah. Joe listed hurricane names. Hurricane names of 2022: Alex, Bonnie, Colin, Daniel, Earl, Fiona, Gaston, Hermione, Ian, Julia, Carl, Lisa, Martin, Nicole, Owen, Paula, Richard, Shari, I guess, Tobias, Walter. Watch out for Richard. That's crazy. We just left the Four Corners Monument. Oh, that's cool. Oh, yeah, you're traveling around, huh? Okay, well, I'm going to wait on Kayleena to get back, and then we'll probably be starting our movie trivia. Out of the poll that I did, Interview with the Vampire was the highest voted on. So that's what I chose for Tuesday. And then on Friday will be Uncle Buck with John Candy. And next week, I'm still trying to see which one of the two, Waterworld and What About Bob, gets more votes. It may not, but as far as I could tell, next Tuesday is going to be Waterworld, and then Friday will be What About Bob. Just driving home. Oh, have not seen that in years.
I'm back. Sorry, we had a wee bit of a temper tantrum. I think we're going to intolerable threes.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Oh, the great thing is with the new puppy, at least I don't have to deal with it for a longer period of time than we do with the human race. So, yay!
Yeah.
So, were you saying that you chose the Interview with the Vampire? Was that the one that you said you chose?
I did a poll. Yeah, I did a poll on my community tab, and it got the highest votes at 40%. And then Uncle Buck got 33%. Waterworld got, I think, 20%. And What About Bob got like 8 or 9, I think. Something like that. So, yeah.
You know, I actually have the soundtrack of Queen of the Damned, and I actually listened to it, and I love it.
I actually liked that movie a lot more. Mm-hmm. And I guess it's just the people, and I mean, I do love Interview with the Vampire because Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt they're not my favorites, but I do love them. I mean, I like them as actors, but some people can't stand them, you know. But one of my favorites that Brad Pitt's are in is Ocean's 11, 12, and 13.
See, I haven't watched movies in a long time.
Yeah.
And I usually don't watch because of the fact that somebody I know that's in there, an actor or actress or whatever, I mainly go off the storyline. So I'll end up watching these odd the ball movies and shows and stuff. Yeah, everyone else is sitting there going, here, watch this. Oh, speaking of, the last time we were on here, everyone suggested watching 1883. I am so watching the episodes, and I am so loving it. And I want to say thank you.
My grandmother watched it, and she loves it.
Oh.
She did. She binge watched that series. We have I know it's got to be difficult with 3 kids and 3 dogs now trying to watch it. We got Bree Williams and Connie. Welcome in. Joe says, I used to look like Brad Pitt. Well, in a past life, laugh out loud.
It's okay. You can always keep on using your beautiful imagination.
All right, so let's get on to the trivia. Oh, we got Dragon Cat that just come in. Hi, Cat. All right, so I have 10 questions for y'all. And I was going to look up fun facts on this movie, and I totally forgot to. But if y'all are familiar, it's Tom Cruise, Brad Pitt, and it's a movie based on a book by Anne Rice. And I believe this came out in 94. It says copyright 95, but I think that's when they released it on video. But I think it went to the theater in 94.
Don't quote me on that one.
Well, that's the date it looked when I said year it came out. It's 94, but on the back of that cover it says 95, so I don't know. All right, so the first question. A vampire risks self-destruction by doing what? A, drinking blood of the dead. B, receiving a blessing by a priest. C, touching a religious artifact. Or D, entering a consecrated cemetery.
Ooh, can I answer? Or do I need to be quiet?
No, you can guess. A, B, C, or D.
A. Sorry, I've been going back to sign language again, so. A.
I say D, if it's the cemetery.
Okay, Mama says D, the cemetery. Lisa the Grammy liked that movie. Bree has been watching Servant on Apple TV and love it. I have never heard of that.
Servant. Nope, ain't clicking.
Well, let's see. Joe says A. Anita says A. Kat says C. Bree says B. Robin says C. And Lisa says A. And Mama said D. You said A. And the answer is A. Drinking the blood of the dead. And Passamaquoddy, Cindy says C. I should have waited a couple of seconds longer to make sure everybody got their answers. I'm sorry.
I wonder, do y'all need a refresh? Is everyone up to live?
It might be a lag in StreamYard because it does take a couple of seconds for the comments to show up.
High five, sweetness.
All right, so number 2, who sets fire to Louis? And I was going to look up to see how to pronounce his name. Who sets fire to Louis de Pointe du Lac's house? A, Madeline. B, Lestat. C, Louis. Or D, Claudia.
Sorry, he started singing B.
And I'll repeat that again. Who sets fire to Louis' house? I'll just say it that way. A, Madeline. B, Lestat. C, Louis. Or D, Claudia. Joe goes, I'm guessing. He says B. Lisa says D. Bree says D. Robin says D. Oh, there's Mary Beth. Hi, Mary Beth, which is Monty Boy. Anita says B. Kat says D. Oh, there's Cindy of Life in Yarn Tangled. Hi, welcome in. Cindy's in here. Passamaquoddy and Life in Yarn Tangled. Passamaquoddy says D. And there's Noni May. Hi, Noni May. Welcome in.
Hi.
We're just having a bit of fun doing trivia on Interview with the Vampire. So I'm going to go ahead and repeat the question one more time since we had a few people come in. And we're only on the second question. So who sets fire to Louis Dupont's Dulac's house? A, Madeline, B, Lestat, C, Louis, or D, Claudia? Mary Beth says never saw it.
The little one's saying B.
Okay.
Oh, no, he's saying OT.
Hi, Crystal Divergent Crafter. Welcome in. And Noni May and Crystal say C, which is Louis. I'm going to give it a couple of seconds in case somebody hasn't put in their guess. Kat says, I've never seen it. I'm just guessing. That is fine. It's all just in good fun. But I will be doing a pattern giveaway later before the end of the live. So just for to say thank you for taking part in the fun.
Aww.
Montoya says always pick C in school if I didn't answer. That's pretty good. All right, so the answer is C, Louis. He sets fire to his own house. And when I find these quizzes and it's multiple choice and you select the answer that you think and then you hit submit and it tells you the correct answers. I got that one wrong too. So
was that after when the girl like started wanting to be an adult and she unalived the other female?
Possible, I think so.
Okay, that's what it was. I was trying to pick certain words.
Noni May said, one of my favorite movies. I just watched it again for the 10th time.
You know what? I should have done that before I came up here. I haven't watched it in years.
I probably watched it about a year or two ago. It was the last time I seen it. And I keep thinking, oh, I need to watch all these movies that I have saved up for my trivia so I can get refreshed on it. But I mean, it's just I'm trying to pick out movies that I have, and then I can show the actual video, and then if I wanted to watch it, I can.
Can I ask a question?
I haven't watched it since it came out.
Oh, wow.
That's a long time.
Oh, you're tapping right into your old memories, aren't you? So are you showing a DVD or a CD or not a CD? Oh, good God. VHS. Oh, wow. Now that's really
old school. Old school. I have tons of VHS tapes. I collect these because they are obsolete now. So when I find something that I don't have, I put it in my collection. Hi, Melanie.
Hi. You can find them everywhere at Goodwill, or not Goodwill, Salvation Army.
Yeah.
Flea market. Let's go through the list here.
Garage sale.
Yes.
Yes.
Moving sale, estate sale.
Oh, yes,
and watch that old school crack, because at least they taught you how to sign your name and spell your name.
Thank you.
To do your multiplication. They don't do that anymore.
Hi, David Browning. Welcome in. How are you?
Hi.
It's good to see you.
Oh, goodness, yes. There's actually one thing I will be teaching my boys, because I homeschool, is how to write in cursive. I
My
know it's
brother is 24 and he can't write his name in cursive at all. So
I can
he can't
see
even read.
the age group.
Mm-hmm.
I can see the huge age group when I'm sitting there and I'm signing my name, and I'll see when someone looks at it and doesn't say nothing, compared to someone says,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, that's beautiful handwriting." I'm like, "Do you even know how to write in cursive?" 90% of the time is no.
I can. I can write and read cursive. Sometimes I might have trouble discerning if it's a B or a D or some things because I think that also some people's cursive is kind of fancy, and then some it's like almost scribble like a doctor's scribble.
My grandpappy's was so difficult to be able to read. So difficult. It looked like a doctor's handwriting. Oh, give me a second. I'll be right back. I got to help one of my boys.
Okay. All right. I'm just gonna check the comments. Noni May said, "I'm a big Anne Rice fan." Melanie is at the doctor with her mom and says she'll catch the replay. Bree has not seen it. Lisa says, "I gave away over 2,000 VHS tapes when we moved from Fort Bliss, Texas in 2004. That is a collection, Lisa. Wow.
We live in Texas. Why didn't you drop some off?
And, well, I don't think she knew me in 2004, so I would have taken them gladly. I don't either. Let's see. Kay says, "Sorry, y'all. I had a phone call. I'm back now." Well, welcome back, Kaylin. Crystal Divergent Crafter says, "Both my kids learned cursive, and I pushed for it in their IEP." See, they taught it when I was in school how to write and read cursive. Obviously, when my brother went through school, and there's an 11 years age difference, they did not teach him, or he did not want to learn it. Something.
He graduated in 17.
I know.
It's not that long ago.
Wee bit of an
Noni
emergency.
May says, huh?
See, it was a wee bit of an emergency.
Noni May says, "I'm watching The Breakfast Club right now. Love that movie. Blast from the past. Those actors are almost as old as me now, and I am old."
Mm-hmm.
David says, "I saw a short video today, a high school teacher having a tantrum because his seniors had never, ever studied spelling in early years." Wow. David also says, "My grandmother used to say you can tell he's been to college because you can't read his writing."
Oh.
Mary Beth says, "My doctor would make a figure 8 3 times and call that his signature."
Oh, that's awesome.
Robin roaming with Rover says, "I just ordered the movie. I hope you enjoy it."
Oh, it's a good one.
It is. I liked Queen of the Damned even better, though.
See,
I don't know why. It's just...
My husband told me that I need to actually read the books because there's so much information and there's so much. And I'm like, I want audio, but yet I don't have it quiet enough in the house for me to even be able to hear.
Yeah.
And it's not like I can sit there and let my boys listen to it. It's a little bit rated.
Crystal Divergent Crafters, the youngest is 17, so cursive isn't the norm.
No, it's not. And I am more, unfortunately.
Connie says, I want to know what they do for their signature as an adult when they don't learn how to write cursive. My brother just signs his name.
They write it out in print, but they try to fancyfy it a little bit. That's all they do.
Noni May says, I write everything in cursive. My kids can't read the grocery list.
Oh yeah, I can
Cindy
see me
goes,
having
Life
fun
in
with
Yarn
that.
Tangled. Cindy says, I miss cursive and print. I actually have done that too. And it's very, like, I'll be writing in print and then it'll switch to cursive for one word or something on accident. And then I have to go back and either I try to do it all in print or all in cursive.
Okay, so me trying to teach my boys, they haven't even learned cursive yet. They're still learning their letters. And I'll write their name, and in the midst of it, I'll start going cursive, and I'm like, oh God. So my Gary will try to copy me, and he's like, well, why is it different like this to this? So I have to explain to him that there's like a vast varieties of G's and E's and A's. And so, yeah, been there.
Connie says, I had to read doctor's handwriting. It was no fun when you would literally turn the chart on the side and stuff like that to try to figure out what the doctor wrote. Noni May says, doctors actually, my chat just jumped. Hold on. Gotta find where I was. Man, I'm getting behind. Doctors actually learned shorthand for writing scripts. My niece, who is a doctor, said that. I learned today that I have 8 points on Audible. What shall I buy? I started learning cursive in kindergarten from my aunt. The teacher didn't like it, so they just printed out. Just sign with an X, laugh out loud. My grandmother to write in cursive. You can't read my signature. Once I had a job where I had to sign in like 50 times every day, so it sort of evolved or de-evolved into just initials. The only thing I put in cursive is my signature.
I can see that.
When I can't read it back. These young ones probably think we're right in secret code.
I've heard them. They sit there and say it's beautiful and it's cursive, but they can't grasp
read it. Yeah. All right. Number 3 trivia question. What does Lestat tell Louis to do to the woman with the 2 poodles at the social gathering? A, read her thoughts. B, bite her then and there. C, invite her to Louis' home. Or D, offer her an hors d'oeuvre.
Can you do A, B, and C again, please?
Yeah. A, read her thoughts. B, bite her then and there. C, invite her to Louis' home. Or D, offer her an hors d'oeuvre.
B.
The kindergarten teacher said that I had to learn to print first and learn cursive in a higher grade. Well, that's what we did. We learned how to print first and write and then cursive later on.
I honestly don't remember. I really don't.
I think it was about 4th grade when they started teaching us cursive. For me, anyway.
No, we started getting taught cursive at the end of the 2nd grade, and the 3rd grade if you printed something, they wouldn't take it.
Well, that was for her, not.
Well, I'm just telling you how it was. Old school.
Old school.
Yeah.
Right? Shh. I know up in because I was raised up north. So hold on a second. I'm sorry.
All right, I'm going to read off the answers real quick. Guesses. Joe says B, and I'm a fast guesser. Bree says C. Anita says C. Cindy, Life in Yarn Tangled, says C. Lisa the Grammy says C. Kay says C. Divergent Crafter says C. Dragon Cat says C. Granny Noni May says C, I think. Connie says nobody said A, so I'm going with A. I think it was second grade for me. Divergent Craft Crystal says, I remember we started cursive in second grade, and by third grade, we had to do all the work in cursive.
See, that's what I was saying is up in North Carolina, up in Asheville, or not Asheville, Boone. That's how it was done for us. I can't remember the grade, but I remember that we had to literally write it out on everything. It had to be for essays, everything. And they wouldn't take it any other way.
Yeah.
And then I remember the computers. Oh, I hated dealing with those. Oh, because you actually had to sit there and learn how to write the codings and everything compared to today's. You don't have to.
Yeah. It was so long ago for me. I think they taught us in fourth grade, but I'm really not sure.
Well, you has always been in Texas, haven't you?
Oh, yep.
So, okay.
Born in Texas, raised in Texas, probably will die in Texas.
You a Texas girl in and out.
Yep.
No, I'm a little zebra. I have bits and pieces from this and that. Oh my goodness. That was 50 years ago. I didn't remember all the elementary. So did you have the elementary and middle school mixed together?
Well, okay, when I was in second grade, I went to a school that had 2 classrooms per grade, 1 through 12. Then we moved. Hi, Tank. Welcome in. Then we moved, and they had, I think, kindergarten through 4th grade in one school. Then they had 5th and 6th in another school, 7th and 8th in another school, and then high school 9 through 12.
Yeah, I remember mine was it was elementary and middle, but it was completely split. We didn't get to see the middle at all. And even the middle school was split in half itself. And it really helped out with the bullying. It stopped the bullying a lot.
Yeah. We have Delphine's handcrafted, sorry. Welcome in, Delphine. And I thought I saw somebody else. Well, I said hi to Tank. All right, so the answer to that one was A. Read her thoughts. And I had actually got it wrong. I thought it was bite her then and there, but I missed that one too. So
who was it that sat there and said nobody picked A, so they were going to? Was it Connie?
Connie.
Oh, way to go, sweetheart.
Breeson, South Carolina. It was 7th and 8th, middle, and high school 9 through 12. Lisa says we had elementary K through 5, middle school was 6th through 8th, and high school was 9 through 12. Bree says in New York it was K through 6 and then 7th through 12th. Connie says for me, elementary was 1st through 7th grade, junior high was 8th and 9th, then high school was 10th through 12th. All right, so for the next trivia question, What is Louis doing when he first encounters Lestat? A. Washing dinner plates. B. Messing with tarot cards. C. Walking near a harbor at night. Or D. Digging a grave at the cemetery. And the question is, what is Louis doing when he first encounters Lestat? A. Washing dinner plates. B. Messing with tarot cards. C. Walking near a harbor at night. Or D. Digging a grave at a cemetery.
Harbor. But I'm not sure.
So you say C.
I'm not sure. God,
It's
just
fine to
so
guess.
wrong. Oh my goodness.
Mary Beth says, first thought, eighth. First three. I read that wrong. First through 8th, and then 9th through 12th. I thought first thought. Read that wrong, completely wrong. Connie says, I love it when I'm clueless on trivia topic and I get the question right. I do too.
See, I believe that they should split the high school, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
That's
Anita
when
says
all
C.
the...
Go ahead.
I think that's
Go
when
ahead.
all the main problems start. If you split the middle school and you split the high school, where all the difficulties are starting to happen, and you separate them, it makes it so much easier where you can control the hormones going through the poor boys and girls.
Yeah.
What was I doing?
I have no clue.
I'm trying to figure it out.
Anita says C. Oh. Sorry, everyone. I know that was loud. Anita says C. Bree says D. Connie's going to go with A again. Kay says C. Kat says D. Joe says C. Tank says Louis who. Yeah, that's right. You don't know what we're doing. Trivia questions on Interview with the Vampire. Let's see. Lisa the Grammy says alone. Life in Yarn Tangled says read it again. Okay, so the question was, what is Louis doing when he first encounters Lestat? A. Washing dinner plates. B. Messing with tarot cards. C. Walking near a harbor at night. Or D. Digging a grave at a cemetery.
Wasn't he the one that turned him into a vampire?
Yes. Lestat turned Louis, I believe.
Sorry for the screaming.
Started in Minnesota, where it was K through 6th, 7th and through 9th, 10th through 12th. But then we moved to North Carolina just before 9th grade in high school, and that was 9 through 12.
Mm-hmm.
1 through 5 was elementary, 6 and 7 were junior high, and 9 through 12 was high school. My school was so small, only about 90 to 125 kids per grade.
Oh, I wish that could happen here. Or anywhere, actually.
You
know how many
never
kids
watched it, so I'm good.
Do you know how many kids per teacher? Like 40 to 50 students per teacher.
Can
you imagine?
Lisa says A. And Connie says, Lisa agrees with me. Go A's. And Life in Your Tangled Cindy says B. And Tank says, my son had 17 in his graduation class. Wow.
That's awesome.
That is.
Still wish it was a lot smaller than that.
All right. So the answer to that one is C. Walking near a harbor at night.
Oh, I got 2 right. Still got 1 wrong, though.
All right. And the next one. Louis and Claudia journey to France to seek other vampires. Where do they encounter some at? A, at a hospital. B, at a mausoleum. C, at a restaurant. Or D, at a theater.
Ooh, last one, theater.
Lisa the Grammy says, I grew up way out in the country. We thought it was crowded class if there was 30 kids. Crystal Divergent Crafter says, my kids go to a rural school, but still like 20 to 30 per class. Joe goes, whoop, whoop. Anita guesses D. Cindy of Life in Your Untangled says, I started out elementary K through 6, middle 7 through 9, and high school 10 through 12. Then over a 3-year span, it changed to K through 5, 6 through 8, and 9 through 12. Bree guesses D. Joe guesses D. Divergent Crafter Crystal says D. Lisa the Grammy says D. Kat, Cindy both say D. And Connie is just going with Roswell. So she says E. Well, everyone that said D got correct. A theater. All right, so the next one. She goes, that's where the aliens are. What happens soon after Claudia cuts her hair off? A, she becomes ill. B, her hair loses its vampire luster. C, she presents the trimmings to Louis. Or D, her hair grows back within minutes.
The last one.
D?
Yes.
Bree says, finally got one. Yay, Bree.
Whoop, whoop, sweetheart.
Crystal says, Divergent Crafter Crystal says, graduating numbers are high, though like a 150. So each year they have like a 97% graduation rate. So that's great. That is.
Wow. That is phenomenal.
Kay says D. Bree says C. Crystal says D. Joe says D. Kat says C. Connie's going to go with D. Anita says D. Any more guesses? Okay. Well, the answer to that is D. Her hair grows back within minutes. how
Yeah,
to go
I'm
see
feeling good.
aliens.
Other than the fact that I have to keep quiet or put myself on mute all the time, I'm actually having fun. I'm getting it right.
Oh, well, that's good. Yeah, you're getting some of them right. That's good.
I'm just one down. One down. Talking about school grades, I'm still getting an A.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think I did 6 out of 10. I got 6 out of 10 right.
oh, really?
So I missed 4 myself. So
Mm.
all right, so the next one is the man that interviews Louis is driving his car and listening to the recording. Which vampire surprises him by landing in the car by the top being open? A. Louis. B. Armand. C. Lestat. Or D. Santiago. Now I'll say that again, and I'll kind of phrase it a little different because that might have been hard. He's driving the Christian Slater's character is driving his car at the end of the movie, and his top on the car is down. There's a vampire that drops in the seat next to him as he's listening to the recording. Who was it? A. Louis. B. Armand. C. Lestat. Or D. Santiago.
No, I'm having trouble with the names. Who's the oldest vampire?
Well, Lestat turned Louis, so
Lestat, then.
Lestat's gonna be older.
I say Lestat.
Hi, Chris. Welcome in.
That's what was getting me. I was like, oh, what was his name?
Joe goes, I need to play the lottery. Dragging Cat says, I'm so getting an F.
Oh, sweetie.
Lisa says C, Kay says C, B says C, Carl says C, Joe says C, Anita says C, Kat says C, Life in Yarn Tangled Cindy says A. And okay, you said C.
Is that what I picked?
You said the stat, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So that's C. All right, so the answer is C. Most of y'all got it right, which is Lestat, because Christian Slater's character is in interviewing Louis, Brad Pitt's character. So, yeah. Next one. As a mortal, Louis welcomes the, I can't read that word, I just, wrath of a man who aims a pistol at him. What happens next? A. The town constables wrestle the man to the floor. B. The man shoots at Louis but misses. C. The man decides not to shoot. Or D. The man shoots but misfires. Bye, Mary Beth. Thanks for coming in. I hope you have a wonderful day.
Hi. Oh my goodness, I can't see it in my head.
I think this one was the one I missed too. Hi, Crystal's cool stuff. Now we got 3 crystals in the house. Divergent Crafter, Crystal's cool stuff, and me. But welcome in. We are, and there's Mona sifting some soil 55. Welcome in. We are doing movie trivia on Interview with the Vampire. Let's see. Joe guesses B. Lisa says D. Bree says D. Crystal's Cool Stuff says D. Can I read the question again? Of course I can. And Divergent Crafter says C. As a mortal, not immortal, but as a human, Louis welcomes the wrath of a man who aims a pistol at him. What happens next? A. Town constables wrestled the man to the floor. B. The man shoots at Louis but misses. C. The man decides not to shoot. Or D. The man shoots but misfires.
Shoots but misfires? I'm going to probably get this one wrong.
So your guess is D. Hi, Joanne. Welcome in. How are you? Kat and Divergent Crafter both say C. Anita says B. And Life in Yarn Tangled Cindy says D.
In 1 minute, I need to go give meds.
Okay.
In a minute, my love.
And Kaylin says, I don't know, but I am going to guess B. Well, the answer to that one is C. And I got that one wrong also. The man decides not to shoot. Joe goes, I always loved the name Crystal. During my prom, I won a Cabbage Patch doll and my date, and I wanted to name it instead of giving it a giving name. We named it Crystal. I did think I was going to win 470. Nope. All right, so we got two questions left. And Kat says, oh yeah, I'm making a comeback.
Go, Kat. See, you got someone in your corner cheering.
All right, so what happens to Louis, Claudia, and Madeline in Paris? A cadre of vampires kidnaps them. B. Paris authorities attempt to arrest them. C. Vampire hunters destroy their empty coffins. Or D. They contract the bubonic plague but survive.
A.
Okay.
D. I don't know.
She says D. They get the plague but survive. I don't know how a vampire would do with the bubonic plague, but they might survive. They're already dead.
They're asking
Can I read it again? Yeah. What happens to Louis, Claudia, and Madeline in Paris? A cadre of vampires kidnap them. B. Paris authorities attempt to arrest them. C. Vampire hunters destroy their empty coffins. Or D. They contract the bubonic plague but survive.
I remember one of them got really sick, but I can't remember what it was from. I think he went on a strike and refused to drink blood.
Could be. Lisa, Bree, Crystal, Anita, Kat, Kaylin, Joe, and the other Crystal all say A.
Ooh, I could be right. Ooh. And what'd your grandma say?
She said D.
Ooh.
It is A. They get kidnapped by vampires. The same ones from the theater.
I'm still getting an A. Loving True Blood because the vampires get sick from hepatitis V. Oh my god. I've seen two like vampire movies and shows.
I absolutely loved the Vampire Diaries and the originals, and I even watched Legacies. So
Conception?
consumption.
Consumption. Seriously? Why?
Kind of like
Don't you make me go down that
tuberculosis, I
rabbit
guess.
hole.
I might get a D instead of an F, Cat says.
Hey, that means you pass.
Oh, hold on. We're out of dry cat food. Well, we're not completely out, but we're almost out.
Oh, I gotta give meds.
Okay. All right. So well, so was tuberculosis was consumption too, though. Well, it okay, so you mix the two. I really don't know the difference between that plague and yeah, that's what I was thinking. Lisa the Graham says TB was called consumption. Hi, Amy Long. Well, welcome in. How are you? I'm going to give it just a minute. So when Kayleena gets back, so I'll ask the last question. We have been doing trivia on Interview with the Vampire. Bubonic plague makes black pustules under your arm and things like that in your armpits. Oh, okay. The moment she leaves and the phone rings. Oh my goodness. Excuse me 1 second, guys. Don't
I am so sorry, you guys. Oh, I got another one of my boys sitting here waiting on me. The fleas carried it. Oh,
And as soon as you left, Mama left and the phone rang. But
it all happens at once, huh?
okay, so I tried to wait and ask the last question once you got back.
Oh, thank you so much.
Now, let's see. flee from mice. I guess they're talking about how the bubonic plague started from rats and
Is that the
fleas.
same one as the nursery rhyme? Was it ring around the rosies, ring around the rosies, pocket full of posies, ashes, ashes, and we all fall down? Is that the same one that goes with it?
I have no idea, but somebody in the chat may know.
See, I told you
Cat
guys,
goes,
don't make
"What
me go
trouble
down this
can-
rabbit hole.
What trouble can us mice get into while the cats are away?" Amy goes, "Wow, what did I come into?" Cat goes, "Shh, the cats are back." Yep, we're back.
Oh, I had it right. Yes. Okay. I'm right on track.
Okay, so the last question we have is, what item of jewelry does Madeline show to Louie? A, medallion. B, cameo. C, a brooch. Or D, a locket.
You had to make the last one hard. Oh my goodness.
I missed this one too, so don't feel bad.
Sorry, I'm a rabbit hole person. Oh my goodness. You know what? I think this time I'm just going to go with the majority. Is D, locket?
Yeah.
I'll go with the majority. Locket.
Lisa, the Grammy goes, all of the above.
I wouldn't mind having all the above too. So ring around the posies. Oh.
Black Plague. All right.
So I hate mice and rats. Oh.
Mm-hmm. Mama don't like them either. She gets freaked out when she sees them, like I am about scorpions. So,
see, a domestic mouse or rat, I can love them. They're so sweet and kind. I actually used to have them until I just knew for a fact my cat was going to kill them. Yeah. But actual wild ones, no, don't come near me. Don't touch me. Don't look at me. I want you like 1,000 miles away.
Yeah. There was one time I was trying to go outside to the garage, and in between the screen door and the back door, I mean, the space is like about this big. There was a huge rat, probably about that big, that tall. And I'm just like, what? It was almost as big as a 6-month-old kitten or a small cat. And I'm like, oh my God. So I told Mama, I said, stay in the house, stay in the house. And I'm going to go out to your door. And I went around the house, went through the garage, and I got some kind of container and kind of not really pushed it in there, but I opened the screen door and set the container so when it came out of the screen door, it would run in that container, and then I closed the lid on it and then took it off down the road and set it free. I don't like having to kill things if I don't have to, but I was like, don't go out there.
We call them sewer rats.
Yeah.
And we literally live on a corner where there's actually 2 open sewer lines. Mm-hmm. So they come out and they infest not only just our house, but the whole area right here where I'm at, because I'm right at the corner. The only thing that they know how to make sure that they're not going to bother you is by literally you being dominant and killing them. I know it sounds mean. Or poison. Yeah. But yet that's more of an infestation and deal with multiples. Not just one every once in a blue moon. Did I freeze or did you freeze?
Yeah.
She's back.
I don't think anybody froze.
I'm not
Let's
seeing anything about Wi-Fi.
see what everybody said. Well, it show that my Wi-Fi is low, so it could be my internet. At least I'm not lagging. I just saw my picture lagging, so I think it's something to do with my internet.
Mm.
But it is very windy, and it was raining earlier. Kay says
not.
D. Bree says B. Kat says D. Amy says D. Crystal says D. Cindy Life Maintain says D. Divergent Crafters, lick it, but I think she means lock it. Amy says D.
Sorry. I'll
Says
mute myself.
D. Crystal's Cool Stuff says, well, through travel, she did find other items from her kills. Anybody else like watching rain? I'm not sure what. Mean blood rain? Yeah, it was not a possum. It was a big old rat.
And I will follow the
A
collective,
pack rat,
and I
a
will
foot
choose
long
D.
at the body and tail. Huh? You
I
choose
said
D?
yes, and I'll follow the collective.
Okay. A rat, on the body, tail, chewed my wires up in the engines of my truck. Well, holy cow.
Yeah, they actually got up into my van and started messing with mine. They were trying to nest in it too.
My chat just went completely blank. I didn't even see nothing. That was strange. Lisa says D. It's on show 7 a.m. here Monday through Friday. Queen Mary of Scots. Okay. Sat in the garage for 2 weeks before they worked on it, and the mechanic found a live rat in the engine. He killed it and said, "Oh, we've this beef." Oh no!
I have to actually honk the horn before I can even start my van, or you can just imagine what's going to happen. So
All
what's
right,
the right
so the answer is D. Lock it.
Yes. Good job, people. Good jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Whoop, whoop.
So I'm going to go ahead and try to pull up the... Yeah, come on.
Well, unfortunately, after this,
StreamYard
I'm going
giveaway
to have
tool.
to jump down because I have boys needing me. And I got one sitting there going, scooching forward. So, yeah, we're at that point.
Okay. Well, I'm going to do the quick little giveaway, and then we're going to wrap up. So let me get the... I guess I need to give you a keyword first. All right, let's see. How about vampire? Just all lowercase. It might even count the capitalization, but I'm not really sure. And how you spell it is V A-M-P-I-R-E. There. Vampire.
Can you put a mark in and actually put in the word vampire so if people need to type it in?
It might count my comment.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't say what this was going to be for. I will choose 2 people to receive a pattern from me.
Is it their choice of any pattern that you have?
Yes, one of my patterns, because I can give that for free. So, oh
Okay.
yeah, no more than 12 symbols. Sorry about that. I try to keep a control on the spamming comments type thing. So I think it's no more than 4 emojis in one comment and no more than 12 symbols. Well, I have it set to no more than 4, but hi, Charlie. Welcome in. How are you? Oh, you tried to. Okay, yeah, I get it now. I see why it warned you. I'm sorry about that. I was going to type start, and I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get things finished up so Kayleena can go.
Oh, sweetheart, don't worry about me. I'm good. As long as y'all are willing to be patient and understanding with what I deal with, then I'm going to be patient and understanding with y'all. Vice versa.
Oh, thank you.
That's why I so love you guys.
I'm doing good,
Y'all
Charlie.
awesome.
How are you? Oh, she's so great. Or he. I'm not sure if you're he or she. Sorry. Delphine said I had a great time. I think she means learning and listening to everybody's answers and the questions. It will probably pick that word up a lot from the chat earlier. Oh, I didn't think about that. Lurking, not alerting.
I don't think that many people even put in the word vampire until just now.
I'll count it real quick and see how many actually entered for the giveaway, and then I'll see how many it pulls up. If it pulls up more than what I'm seeing right here, we'll do a new keyword. Let me go back and count real quick.
Charlie is a fantastic woman.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I see 9 entries. So let's see. Make sure I spell it correct. I don't want to misspell anything. Okay, it only picked up 9. I'm gonna share the screen. I almost clicked invite somebody. Wrong button. Now okay, there it goes.
Hey, Crystal. Cindy
Yeah.
just got back. She had a phone call. Does she have enough time to put in the word vampire or no?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Enter the word vampire. And I'm going to draw 2 winners from the same comment to win a pattern. I think it should still include her. Crystal, you can
There
use
you
the
go.
pronoun they when not sure of gender and still be correct. Okay. Okay, now it says 10. So it did just count it. So that's good.
Awesome. Okay, good.
All right. So let's pick a winner, and good luck, everyone. And thank you all for taking part in the trivia.
Fingers crossed. Yay! Is it sticking or is it still behind? I think
Crystal
it's sticking.
Divergent Crafter.
Oh. Congrats! I think I'm the one freezing. I'm so sorry.
Okay, so I'm going to also draw again with the same comment. So up here in this, the right-hand corner, it said, no, it says draw again. So I'm going to pull out of the same comments. If your name comes up, I'll just redraw again, but you'll get a pattern. And give me a second, and I will put an email address in for y'all to email me at if y'all don't know it yet. Lisa, the Grammy scattered. All right, let me.
Congratulations, you two.
Get my page loading. All right, congratulations, Divergent Crafter Crystal and Lisa Grammy. Both of y'all send me an email to Mia, if it'll type. No, wrong thing. Mia1@gmail.com, just as I put in the chat. And congratulations to you, and thank you everyone for playing along. And this coming Friday, I will actually have Cindy of Life in Yarn Tangled. It'll be the first time she's on my channel. And originally I was gonna have Sam from Manfa's Makes, but she just recently started a new job, so her schedule's not permitting her to do the live right now. So we kind of, yes, my normal email, Lisa, we had to shift things around, and luckily I made a post, and Cindy messaged me and said, hey, I'd love to be on. So she will be with me this Friday, and we are going to be doing trivia on Uncle Buck. And I love John Candy. I've always thought he was so funny, great actor. And a lot of these movies are kind of nostalgic for me because I grew up with them. So yeah, that's another reason why I'm doing older type movies. So yeah, thank you, everyone. I hope y'all have a wonderful Tuesday afternoon or evening or morning, wherever you are in the world. Take care, stay safe, and I will see y'all later.
Bye, you guys.
Yes, do you have anything to say before we head out?
I don't think I'm allowed to.
You have to, or you need to say something.
No, No, it's not you. It's like every time I speak, my sidekick keeps talking.
I get it.
What?
All right,
What?
so. All right, everyone. We will see you later. And I forgot to mention when Kayleena is on my channel, I will try to remember, but we go live at 11:30 when she's with me because the time slot's a little better for her. And I always forget that. I just schedule it for noon and I'll try better. But have a great day and I will see y'all later. Bye.
Bye.